Good morning. I am Jeff Tisla. I'm with the Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Office, and I am also a member of Leadership Lafayette Class 50. This morning we have Melissa Junk with Mental Health America. Melissa, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thanks for being here. Melissa, will you provide us with a snapshot of what your organization and the role you have with it?
Yeah, so I'm the Director of Education and Engagement at Mental Health America, and we provide mental health services. So we do education and trainings, which is the area that I oversee, and then we also have supportive services. So we have our Mental Health Navigator program that helps connect people to mental health services, the right provider they're looking for. We have peer supports as well. We have our crisis center, which is a 24/7 crisis center that is run through the National Suicide Prevention Line. So we take calls from the Suicide Prevention Line, and we also have support groups that we have on site that also meet virtually. And we do a variety of trainings in the community for mental health and suicide prevention.
Excellent. Melissa, when working to attract volunteers for Mental Health America, what attributes are you seeking the most?
So our volunteers primarily serve in the crisis center. So with that being 24/7, we're really looking for people with flexible schedules that can work overnights, holidays, weekends, people that are really flexible and are empathetic, willing to work, and have a really solid foundation in their own mental health as well too, so that they're able to help other people through their crises and give them the support and services that they need in those moments of time where they are really looking for that support.
Okay. What is the biggest need or gap that Mental Health America has for volunteers to serve during the pandemic?
So as you may be aware of, with the pandemic, we have seen a major increase of people with mental health concerns, people with mental illness, and people needing services. So we've seen a lot of people calling our crisis line, coming to our navigator, using our Let's Talk program. Our calls from 2019 doubled in 2020. A lot of people calling about the pandemic and pandemic-related stress. And then in addition to that, Indiana is passing legislation for the 988 bill, which if you're not familiar with that, is basically the 911 for mental health crises. So with that, being one of the National Suicide Prevention Lifelines in Indiana, we will be taking on those calls. So with the pandemic still going and the 988 implementation happening within the next year, we'll definitely see an increase of people using our services and our crisis centers specifically. So we know that we're going to have a lot more people calling and needing that crisis intervention.
Sure. It's nice to have that extra resource though too.
Absolutely, yes.
How is Mental Health America allowing your volunteers to serve while keeping them safe during the pandemic?
So our volunteers, last spring, we moved everyone virtually. So they were able to work from their homes or wherever they were living as long as they had a secure Wi-Fi connection. So that's something that we're going to continue to do, is have that virtual opportunity for volunteers who, if they don't live in Lafayette and want to volunteer, we do serve several counties, over 30 in Indiana. So that ranges all the way from north in Jasper County all the way down to Evansville.
Wow.
So we can have volunteers on our crisis line from pretty much anywhere in the state. So having that flexibility of being virtual is very beneficial, especially with COVID, and if people want to stay home, then they're more than welcome to. We do have in-person space as well too, where we can space people out 6 feet apart, and we can stagger people too. It's a really big space downstairs in our basement of our office here in Lafayette, and so we have masks, cleaning supplies, everything that they would need. We also provide snacks, coffee for them too. If they're doing those overnight shifts, they can get a little snack.
Great.
Yeah.
Melissa, what other ways could a volunteer serve Mental Health America without physically being present?
So the crisis line, again, you don't physically have to be present, but that is something that can be emotionally and mentally exhausting for people. So we always encourage people to just spread awareness of mental health and mental illness, that just sharing resources, even if you don't think people are necessarily listening, the right person is. And so it's always great to just share those resources and to just be that person that if somebody needs to talk, that you can be there and listen to them and refer them to, us at Mental Health America or somebody else in your community.
Great. Melissa, lastly, what is the best way for someone to contact Mental Health America in order to volunteer or offer other forms of help?
Yeah, so you can contact me. My email is mjunk, MJUNK, at mhawv.org. So they can contact me if they're interested. We also have applications on our website as well, too. They are currently closed, so those will be opening back up in May. And so if they want to email me, or they can apply on our website.
Wonderful. Melissa, thank you so much for coming down today.
Yeah, thanks for
you were
having
very
me.
informative. Thank you for assisting Leadership Lafayette Class 50 with this interview, and best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank
Sounds
you.
like
You
there's some good
too.
things to come here in the near future. So
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be busy. And
yeah,
Yep.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.